Good morning. Welcome to the Halacha Torah Halacha Review for Monday, March 1st. We have been talking about the laws of searching for chametz. We're going to continue that today. When you make the search at nightfall, which is going to be this year Thursday night rather than Friday night, it's usually the night before the Seder, but we're going to move it back one night because of Shabbos, as we mentioned. One must search everywhere, every nook and cranny in the house as best you can. You must also search the pockets of your garments and those of your children's garments, because sometimes chametz gets into them and they should be searched. Shake them thoroughly the next morning when you dispose of the chametz. That includes the turn-ups, the cuffs of gentlemen's trousers. That's a good place where chametz tends to accumulate, and other such places like that. Before beginning the search, we say a bracha. Baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvosav v'tzivanu al bir chametz. Blessed are you, God, King of the universe, who has sanctified us with his mitzvot and commanded us about the removal of chametz. Even though you did not yet remove it, you still say the bracha al bir chametz, because right after the search, you're going to nullify the chametz which is known to you, and this is in effect the removal of the chametz. Do not make any interruption between the bracha and beginning of the search. There are those who don't speak, and actually they say here it's a good thing not to interrupt until the search is completed, except for things related to the search. It's an advanced level to be able not to speak from the bracha until the end, but give it a try 1 year. See what you can do. It's a real intense exercise. You may search many houses on the basis of one bracha. So if you need to search next door, search the garage, whatever, you make one bracha for everything. And now let me read the next point, and then we'll make a general comment. Some people have the custom before beginning the search to deposit small pieces of bread in places where the searcher will find them. They are fearful if he finds no chametz, the bracha will be a bracha levatala, a bracha recited in vain. Needless to say, however, anyone who does not search properly but just gathers up those pieces of bread has not fulfilled the mitzvah of searching, and his bracha, in fact, was said in vain. Okay, let's clarify this point. So the question is, I'm going to make a bracha before I start searching for chametz. Now, the thinking here, and we're going to show in a second that that's not completely accurate. The thinking is, if I make a bracha and I search and I don't find anything, what was the point of making the bracha? What was the point of making the search? So I'll put out these several, some people put 10 pieces of chametz. Could be a Cheerio, that's one that doesn't crumble too much. Some people wrap some pieces of bread or croutons in tinfoil, in saran wrap, in butcher paper, all kinds of different creative ways people go about this, and then they go around and find those. Now, the person who is searching, leading the search, obviously should not be the same person, or the people involved in the search should not be the ones doing the hiding, because they know right where to look. Someone should be designated as the hider if you're going to use this method, and then everybody else should actually search, looking around for chametz. So when you go around looking for, with the candle and the spoon and the feather and all that, you should actually be looking for chametz. If you happen to turn up one of these Cheerios, one of these croutons, hine matov, it's a good thing that you found. But that the point is really to look for chametz. If a person does not put out these Cheerios or croutons, and some people have the custom not to do it, no problem at all, because really it is a search. Now, let's go back to the original question. What about the bracha? I'm making a bracha. The bracha is for the searching. So if you search, as long as you search, whether or not you found anything, it's a good bracha. And as they say, you're going to make the nullification at a certain point later. Anyway, usually it's done right after the search, but we'll talk about how that changes just a little bit this year because of the schedule. The chametz that you leave for food or for sale, in other words, for breakfast the next morning, should be put away in a safe place before making the search. The chametz that you find in the search, which is going to be burned in the morning, should be put away in a safe place and tied so it won't get lost. Put it in a place where you'll notice it in the morning, so you won't forget to burn it. Immediately after the search, you nullify the chametz. The actual nullification takes place in your heart when you decide within yourself that you're going to consider all the chametz you own non-existent and worthless and so on. We're going to talk about that soon, because we still need to eat some chametz on Shabbat, on Shabbos, Friday night, maybe even Shabbos morning too. Let's see. If you have a room that has to be searched, okay, this is about storage, a little bit more complicated ideas here. Let's just see if there's anything very pertinent to our stuff. Oh, people who go away. Before you start on a trip, you should appoint an agent to search and nullify your chametz. You should tell them explicitly when you appoint them to make the search and the bittul, the nullification of chametz. When making that statement, you say that the person who's doing it says the chametz of such and such a person who designated to do it authorized me to nullify their chametz. And then you, wherever you happen to be, on your cruise, at the beach, in Florida, or wherever it is, so then you'll search and make the beer, the nullification and the renunciation of ownership of everything when you get there. Okay, so we're going to pause here in our Kitzur Shulchan Aruch. There's a lengthy section about making matzah, how to make matzah, and the water and so on. So we're going to skip that, as we said the other day, because we usually, most of us are buying matzah anyway. We're also going to skip the laws of koshering, because by and large we don't, most of us have separate Pesach vessels. If you have a question, you want to kosher something, could be a stovetop, whatever, your oven, whatever your utensils you have in the kitchen, please be in touch, and we will speak about that. So I'm going to pause in Kitzur Shulchan Aruch and switch over to another source for the next couple of days, so we can talk specifically about our matzav, our situation this year, with the Seder on Saturday night. So please tune in, and we'll see you then. Have a good day.